So revolve features is an other type of method there where you're actually adding a solid when you identify it symmetrical, right? The symmetricity is the key for all these revolve features. You need to find axis. You can revolve, you don't need to revolve 360 degrees, you can revolve it to 270, 90 degrees, but symmetricity is the key, and your axis. If you can't find an axis, if there is no axis in your sketch, you can always create new axis using your planes or 2 points on the model space. I told you about that last lecture, how to use a reference geometry. The objective here would be to also apply some special dimensioning technique, especially with the diameter, inferring the diameter, placing it on the model space. Then also use a multibody solid techniques in terms of understanding, especially with the wheel. You'll understand clearly when you're drawing the hub, rim and the spokes. Especially with the spokes, you'll learn more about the sweep feature. For drawing the sweeps, for example, in this case or most of the cases, you'll need a profile and also a path. Okay, so profile, you are moving the profile along the path, and your path should not have any counter intersecting sketches. If you have, your profile will not move along the path. Then later, once we finish with the wheel, we'll do some physical properties calculation, like center of mass, total weight. But to do that on that solid body, you need to apply or edit materials. Silence please. You need to edit the materials. Then later part of the lesson, we'll do a simple stress test. For that, you need to activate your add-ins, SolidWorks simulation. Then we'll do a study, a very simple study of stress analysis. Okay. So to draw the hand wheel, basically you're looking at your most of these sketches, especially for your hub, spokes and the rim, all including, you'll be using a right plane for it. If you make a mistake in selection of the plane in drawing this wheel, you'll end up with the wrong sketches and wrong part. So new part, and select a right plane and start sketching it. You need first a center line. Snap your center line across your origin, then escape, make it just bigger, then use a line entity, snap your origin point and draw a basic rectangle basically. Or you could draw a rectangle, escape. You could select a rectangle from here, corner to corner rectangle. You can snap the origin and place it here. Okay, so placed, your rectangle is done across your center line, snapping, coinciding with the center line. Then you need a 3-point curve. Select a 3-point curve, snap it on the line. Again, snap one more point across the midpoint and make your curvature. Okay, so once your curvature is done, just trim off in between the 3-point arc, so that you end with the shape like this in the end. Then use smart dimensions to snap your points, fully define your sketch. Especially with your curves, when you want to you need to use a shift key and the place. If you don't use shift key, you won't be able to mention shift key and the line, snap the line dimension. This is the overall dimension is 4. make sure that your units are in millimeters. Then smart dimension. All this is 40. This is 10. This. Then you can snap your here and very close to the center line. As you snap, view the diameter. It's a bit tricky. Snap a ball. So your sketch becomes now a fully sketch. Once your sketch is fully defined, you can add your feature all based. You finalize the hub. You can rename first. Rename. You'll be asking you to snap the points here. The new fillets are. You can select a sketch here and the line here. The fillet diameter is a 5. Once you're finished, rebuild it. So your part, your hub is done now. Again, going to your right. Okay. Next, what you're doing is a slot. You can use a straight slot, or it's a center point. Yeah, it's a center point straight slot. It somewhere very close to the hub, and make sure that the line is a vertical line. Sorry, horizontal line, and your slot will. So this is the slot you have inserted. This particular center line should be a horizontal line, please, because you need this. Trying to dimension the center from the axis here of the hub. So that's the reason you need a center point straight slot. Then you can define these dimensions. Activate your for these two. This one to be 30. In these 55. So your slot is done. We have to know what the slot is in the model. To do that, so you need. You also need to add both the distance, the horizontal and the vertical. So in this case, first you add sketch. You will be using the sketches already drawn in the new sketch. So you need to make them activate so they become blue. Okay, so you wanted you want the distance between, so distance from the center point here distance, enter 6 mm here. You can push this one here. Also the distance, the diameter is sorry. Once it is why I'm not getting any. So once you finish with this dimensioning, your sketch becomes fully defined. You can exit. You need to exit the wall. Go select the sketch line instead of a line. It's actually this particular axis. So you need to select the axis again. And a 360 degrees direction, then your revolve is done. Just keep the hub and using a sweep profile. So again, you need a right plane. All of these 3 sketches in the same right plane. So make it normal. Now you can hide your solids. You don't want them to be visible. You want your sketches to be visible, so you can hide your features. So you can start selecting a line entity just above the center line. And, you need draw a curve. Again, you need a curve, one more curve. Then you need I don't want any inference to be used in this. I'll go back and draw the line again. And the horizontal line. You can snap onto this axis, that's fine. So you got your tangencies. See, sometimes your relationships are not visible. You can view them here, creating sketch relations. If your sketch relationship view is not is hidden, you won't be able to see. Time to time you want to see the relationships being added into your sketch, so you activate that one. See, your tangencies are added. Just go and check the tangencies. So you need 3 tangencies and 2 horizontal lines. Once they are done, you can add relationships now. Add relationship between this point and the center point here. You want them to coincide. I have coincided that. Then later you want one more relationship between the center point here of the curvature. So just clear the line and the center point. You want them to coincide. This is what you coincide, because in case if you change any of these diameter here, it will automatically hover onto that center line. See, the coincidence on this axis is also equally important. Coincidence with the origin point here in this case. Okay, so make sure that you have all these relationships in this particular path of the sketch. Once it is done, then you can go into smart dimension and dimension given in the sketch. So this should be, so this is how much, 5. Then this radius is actually, okay, and you can make this equal. Usually as you select the 2 curves, your relationships will come up. You need to make them equal. Once you make it equal, your sketch will become fully defined now. Okay, so it's drawn. Exit the sketch again. Select the front plane and start sketching in the front plane, and in case you want to draw the profile, maybe it would be just to rotate this one, and you need to snap this point for your ellipse. So you need to insert the last ellipse here. Select the ellipse and snap it here, coincide it here, and make it a bit bigger. So you need to snap it twice. So snap it twice. It's still in the front plane. Once it is in the front plane, you wanted the diameter, the longest, the 14. So snap these 2 points and make them across, make them 14. Okay. And you want these 2 points to be snapped. The shortest diameter, it will have 2 diameters. That's what you're dimensioning here. So this is 12. Just with the orientation, I want I can add a relationship between this point and this point to be horizontal. So once it is horizontal, so they know the points. It's fully defined. You can make a sketch and go into features. No, you do. You need to exit this one. Exit it completely. Go into your sweep box. It's already selected my profile of the sketch. It only needs the path now. Your tree on the model space. Find your sketch 3, your profile. Okay, so this completes your spoke. So once spokes are done, then you can activate your aim and hub, show them, so your part is almost ready. Later you just need a circular pattern, selecting the axis. Okay. Why I'm not able to see the axis? Then I need a feature. In this case it's a sweep, and you'll be drawing them equal space 360 degrees, say yes. I just hide the sketches, so the sketches, my sweep is here. I can go into my reference geometry and or sorry, in the view I can say temporary axis. I'll use a temporary axis now. Circular pattern. I'll select this axis and features to pattern. I'll select the whole sweep. What is saying in violet body there, bodies to pattern. Giving me a problem, but it should be easy to finish up the circular pattern. Just hide the temporary axis. Merging features mega pattern bodies instead. There's something wrong with the need to use the circular pattern only in this case. Thing is, when I'm trying to select the axis, I got the whole hub selection here. Something wrong. Yeah, I'll stop the lecture here, but you should be able to finish it. I'm getting some error here.